And now Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Paul Beam.
Storm Tracker's still looking clear out there. You can see a little bit of green over Idaho Falls and Pocatello, but for the most part, that's still more of that smoke. Very light out there, but it is still making its way through, and it does show up from time to time on the radar. Now, moving forward, this is basically what you're going to see for the next 3 to 4 days. We're staying clear besides a slight amount of clouds that's going to make its way through the central mountains. And other than that, we're staying to those clear conditions, those 80-degree temperature, mid 80-degree temperatures. So there's not much changing in the next few days. As you can tell, the satellite radar, a lot of that change is ahead of us. We're already seeing a lot of that moisture all the way on the East Coast, in the Midwest. And then once you hit around Utah, you can tell a lot of that moisture just dies off. It's really dry on the West Coast, and that's heading our way. So we're not really seeing any shifts. And luckily enough, that temperature is sticking right where it needs to be, those upper 80s. So it's not too hot, so that we're not seeing some of those heat advisories, and it's not too cold like we were seeing the winter weather advisory last weekend. So it's right in that sweet spot where it still feels like summer, even though we're starting to shift into fall now. Of course, the feature tracker going to stay clear as well. You'll see that moisture I mentioned earlier from Montana all the way up to the north of the Montana border. A little bit of those clouds overnight will hit the central mountains, but very light and not really impacting much. Temperature sticking to the same spot, and of course, no rain coming out of any of those clouds either. So another clear day and a clear night as well. So clear night through tonight in the Snake River Plain, 46 in Pocatello, 39 in Idaho Falls. So still a little bit on the cold side for your lows, but as we warm that up for the daytime, it gets a little bit better. We're only seeing those slightly cooler temperatures in summer ranges. Of course, in the central mountains, scattered clouds through the night, 45 and 49 in Salmon. Obviously, the sun won't be out. And then finally, clear and cold for the highlands in western Wyoming. I say cold because some of those temperatures still below freezing. 32 in Jackson, 31 in Yellowstone, everywhere else in those mid-30s, low 40s. So still on the colder side, especially at night, because we're still seeing those clear conditions through the nighttime. Temperatures drop a little bit further, and they basically stick there as we move forward. Of course, staying sunny during the day, 75 in Island Park, Jackson, and 77. So we will see the temperatures recover in the daytime, even though they're a little bit colder at night. Slight clouds in the central mountains as well, 83 in Chalice, 84 in Salmon. So temperatures recovering a bit. We're warming up still, but not really getting out into those 90s again, sticking to those upper 80s for the hottest temperatures of this week. And then finally for the Snake River Plain, 87 in Pocatello, 83 in Idaho Falls, staying clear. And of course, mid to upper 80s, not really much to complain about. It is going to be a nice start to the week. It was a nice weekend. And while you might get a little bit sunburned because the sun's still blaring out there, it's not hot enough to give you that heat exhaustion or that heat stroke. And that sticks around for a few days. There is a slight chance of rain on Thursday, but it's not strong. We're only seeing some 15–20% chances, and the temperature really doesn't suffer because of that. We stick to those 80s until around the weekend when we start to cool down just a little bit. Idaho Falls also seeing that Thursday chance of rain, but other than that, staying clear, 83, 82, 87, 86. So warming back up into those upper 80s, 70s for the weekend too. So next weekend, the end of the fair, will be a very nice weekend. Teton area also seeing rain Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, but once again, light chances, not very strong. Temperature suffering a little bit there though, 78, 77, 73 for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then finally for the central mountains, sticking clear every day except Thursday. They have the strongest chance on Thursday. They're going to see about a 40% chance with 87 degrees moving through. So even though there is a slight amount of rain moving through here and there, it's still a slightly warm week, not too hot, and staying clear.
Still a great week for the fair.
Definitely.
So if you haven't made it to the fair, this is a good time to go. Not too hot.
Maybe not go on Thursday, but other than that, it's going to be a nice week.
All right.